Turn recording, Chris. Okay, let's start. And when Shami gets here, if she gets here, she'll just dive in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool.
Yeah. So we certainly only 7 of us now, so we have a quorum plus.
I think it's too much light.
Hmm?
Yeah.
What time is it there, Eliane?
6:30 a.m.
Ouch.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. I set an alarm.
That's what I used.
I know what that's like.
Yep.
I understand. I've got to get up tomorrow and for the rest of the week at 4 o'clock. I have to leave the house at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Jeez.
Oh,
I wish you well, brother.
And then I have to drive 2 hours.
Jeez.
whoa.
Much better him than us.
Yes. Somebody has to do it. I'd rather it be me than any of you.
How you though, you know?
Hey, Shami's here.
Good.
Ooh, we're so full.
Hola! Oh my gosh, Aliane!
Oh,
Hugs! Mwah!
Greetings.
Wow, we're all here. We should take a screenshot of this moment. I'm not kidding. Everyone smile. No.
okay.
Well, it's being recorded, so.
Hang on.
Good. Well, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
We're doing a test. Can you hear me?
Yeah, unfortunately. I'm just kidding.
So Chris and I can barely hear him. Everybody else can hear him fine.
It's not interesting. Women can all hear me. The men are deaf.
Well, it's interesting because, Jerry, you're about normal. Three women are all really loud.
I don't think I've ever been called normal.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I take it back. Heinous thing to say.
A different word.
Hey, can everyone just smile for a moment? Can we take, since we're all together, can we just take one picture? Get yourself looking how you want to be presented because, yeah, we need this, especially with the gathering coming up. You're such a butthole, Jim. Okay, I love you though. All right, ready? 1, 2.
Yeah, we should all have numbers.
Thanks. Perfect. Awesome.
Oh, God.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, we're done. See you all later.
As long as I'm number one, I don't mind.
Well, it depends on how we tell you you're number one.
I've always
I can go with that. This is workable.
Always
You know, I could use a finger gesture to say you're number one, but that's usually not welcome.
And
I'm a very open person usually.
Okay. Here we
Okay.
go.
Adjourned.
Focus. Recording. Let's see. Opening prayer. I think I'll do it myself this time, if that's okay. I usually ask one of you guys. And somebody else can take us out. Wakatanka, Tecumseh, Great Spirit, Great Mystery, Creator, Universe, God. Thank you. Thank you for this circle. Thank you for these human beings here, the ones that are real and the ones that are not. Thank you for the ancestors. Thank you for giving us all we need to do the work before us now and to take care of ourselves along the way. Please continue to give us all we need, not for ourselves, but so we can reweave a new sacred hoop and a new way of existence between each other and the mother. Patakwiyase. Ancestors of the East, the place of the young ones, the spring and the medicine wheel. Of the South, the summer, the heat, the red of the medicine wheel. Of the West, the colder fall of the medicine wheel, the black of the medicine wheel, home of Hotosagmanatu Tanka, the wolves, my family. And the North, the place of the old ones, the ancestors, the white of the medicine wheel. We invite you all in at once because we need the energies and abilities and the guidance of all of you right now. In many ways, we're in the East, we're starting new things. In other ways, we're building, we're in the South. In still other ways, we're teachers. And in yet other ways, we need to listen to the old ones in the North. So when our turn ends up there, we'll have some knowledge and wisdom to impart. Thank you for all you give us. Please continue to give it. Om Takwiyasa. Mother,
Oh,
Thank you.
Mm.
the great sacred feminine and masculine. Thank you for your incredible patience with us, with we humans. We are so slow to understand and act. Please continue to be patient. Please give this group and all that we work with the ability to create things that help others see and step up and contribute in a good, positive way. Thank you for my whole walk. Thank you for what you're doing now and for what you will do. Thank you for these people who are doing incredible work out there. And let those who we need continue to come to us and show up. And we will continue to work with you and through you and by you. Om Takwiyasa. All my relations. Okay. Ooh.
Thank you.
Opening remarks. Okay, they're brief. Several of us have things. In case we go that long, we won't go more than 90 minutes, 7:30 my time. I need to be off. Jerry needs to be off. Chris is going to go outside and fly like a bird. So I will watch it, or somebody watch it if I don't, so that we don't miss it. Quick update on the documents. I meant the documents, not the physical property. I was talking to Jerry earlier, and luckily he informed me that I wasn't very clear. I still haven't heard back from this company. I have gotten hold of them, at least. But that's going to come when we need it, I think, and it's going to be very soon. Not, if I can't get something from them soon, I'm going back to the IRS, and I hate to waste all the time, but I will, and explain to them that this is our nonprofit. They were hired, and we're attempting to replace them with us, and I'm not getting response, and hope that they will then reinsert me and us as the principals on that. So that is moving along. I did contact the bank. So once we get the filing done, we can open a different bank and they will work with me to move the funds. Pardon me, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, let's do the board minutes from the last meeting. Either the written ones that were sent or the audio, the video. Do I have anyone put it up for a vote that we accept the board meetings from the previous meeting?
Yes.
Accepted.
Okay, Shami puts it up. Second. Everyone else?
second.
Good. Okay, so we're up to date on that. Okay, so let's do check-ins. Who wants to start? Anybody?
I'll start.
Go ahead, Jerry.
Just actually right now looking forward to the 19th to begin my journey to eventually wind up at the Gaia Gathering, and looking forward to seeing what that's going to bring for everyone involved and for all those who aren't there physically. It's just going to be good things. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to actually this meeting. And so had a recent screening done by a person that has a machine that screens everything. I went to them earlier at the beginning of my grieving journey, and and see what oils I needed, essential oils. I went to everybody to see for all the help. And at the time there was a whole bunch of stuff that came up for grieving. I went to help her at her booth a couple days ago, and she scanned me again. Not a single thing came up indicating I needed any kind of essential oils for grieving. Not to say I don't still, have moments, I'm always going to have those moments. But I was very happy to see that the work I've been doing in that regards has paid
Mm,
off.
Amazing.
thank you.
Congrats.
That's great.
Good work. It's really
Oh, I love
quite a
that.
Mm,
transition.
Sure it. Sure it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
Good.
that's it. Passing it on.
Oh,
Thank you for sharing. That's beautiful.
let's go in the direction of the sun then. So we'll shift up to Kira.
Um, I am. I just started a new job this last week, and it's really not very aligned with what feels important to me. So it's uh, a strange position to be in, but it's okay. I'm making it work, for some financial assistance. And I know the person who I'm working for, it's a personal assistant job. The person I'm working for has like really good intentions around trying to better the world. We're just not aligned in how we want to see that happen. So that's and then other than that, I have like lots of really fun projects outside of paid work that are exciting to me in my local community and with children. That's keeping me kind of alive. But currently I'm feeling super adrift and things are coming, but nothing feels super clear. Although I'll be honest, I'm not really that. It just, I'm kind of floating. So thank you.
I'll take the talking stick back. For me, lots of things are moving and moving very fast. I'm not going to spend time up here because it takes too much time. When as we go on, there are a lot of opportunities out there. I'm seeing people, place, and systems, and I'm starting to see how they fit together. So I'm getting more of the big picture snippets. So I will follow up on that. I told you about the paperwork. I think that's it for Sodom right now. Shift them out. Now that's it for me. Whoever
Can we?
has a mic, Shami, is that you?
Sorry, I didn't mean to be loud.
All right.
I had to move places.
Yeah,
Yeah. Ah, cool. Thanks.
one mic. Okay. Stick goes to Mr. Christopher.
Um, I'm not sure what to share. Lots happening, heading in a direction that I feel good with. It is stretching what I know and do. Um, yeah, learning how to put some of it into words. So I'm not going to try and describe too much of it at the moment because I'm not quite sure how to do that. So yeah, talking stick in the middle.
Sounds good. Passing it over to Shami. Shami, you're on. Oh,
Who's up?
Oh, maybe she can't hear.
Shami.
Then the video looks
You're
wrong.
muted.
Talking, it cut out for a minute.
Oh, okay, you're on.
Uh,
Mm.
uh, I
We're not getting anything.
I think you froze.
Yeah.
Well, in the meantime,
Eliane?
Let's go in the LEN.
Hello, everybody. I'm so happy to be back after a while. I've been busy, meeting, gatherings, but after I've come back and I've visited forests and waters at the south of India and paid my respects there. But I think after I've come back, there's been like a deep period of rest, which I've never given myself. And this time I've really rested, and my body feels good after a long time. And I was kind of in the place of, you know, control where I'm really used to working. I love working. So I'm being kind of um, at gunpoint almost, being made to rest. So this is new, but I have a new artwork that's vision has appeared and I need to make it. I've started the process, but I'm still kind of getting out of my cocoon. So I think in a few days, I feel it since yesterday that I'll start creating and praying for this installation, which somehow has to make its way to Brazil because I've been invited there for an indigenous gathering. So that's in November. And yes, I don't know how the universe and the divine works because they're taking me to all kinds of places and money is getting arranged, tickets are getting arranged. I have no clue what is happening. I'm just going with it. So I think I'm in a place of reset. Like I'm meeting all of you today, but I feel like one, I know you guys, but I feel like I'm meeting you for the first time also, which is really funny. I feel different inside. Yeah. But I'm so happy to be here. So I think that's the quick update. There's lots of things in between. I think finally that journey of grief that I went through for 2 years, I didn't know it was 2 years. I just met a friend when I started the journey, and it's been 2 years, and I think I'm now finally like my head is out of the water right now. So yeah, I didn't know it was 2 years. 2 years of
Wow.
journeying into grief. Not the nicest.
No, no,
Yeah. Talking stick in the middle.
it's beautiful. So Shami, do we have you? Uh-oh.
Dominique, are you with us?
Think we lost her again.
No, I'm
Oh,
here.
you're
I
there.
just I needed, yeah, I don't know. I just didn't want to bother with my movement. Um, wow, Alienne, nice to meet you. Yeah, so much going on, and it feels like, it does feel like this, um, feels like grief portals are closing, kind of like expanding and contracting. There's many that are closing, and I think that I'm feeling a lot lighter from the last like 2 weeks and month ago, where I was feeling a lot of grief, a lot of heaviness, a lot from the world, a lot from my own world, and felt pretty depressed and didn't really not really familiar with that kind of a feeling. So that was weird for me and the place and but moving out of the earth ship and making that decision, I'm in the process of doing that now, and that feels like a lot of energetic space is clearing, and that feels really good. So I'm grateful to let go of a lot of material things and simplify and get back by the water. I've realized that my mermaid self is drying out to wake up by the water. So grateful for the mesa medicine and ready to move on, but stay in Taos for the most part. And definitely something I'm excited about and determined is to saving money so I can go visit my ancestral lands, go visit Sicily in particular. And I'm Cuban as well. And something really amazing is you guys know Buena Vista Social Club, the band, right? Never in my life did I ever think they're the most famous Cuban band in history. And they're amazing. They're like an orchestra. And somehow, some way, something that brought me to life again was I got free tickets to go see them last Sunday.
Oh, cool.
The remaining members of the band. Amazing, right? Oh my God. And so I really felt like closely connected to my culture for the first time in a very long time. And I ended up going backstage. I just, opened a door and went in, and then there the band was. And I ended up talking to the main composer, Rolando, that's been with them since the beginning of the band. And we have the same last name, Morejon. And so it was like meeting family. So I'm hoping that connections, and he just texted me back today again, wanting to invite me to a part of the tour. So I'm hoping that there'll be a Cuban connection there and saving to go to Sicily. And yeah, just really feeling the call to, as I am surrounded by so much Native American dances and their culture and how rooted and how, my partner is like grown up around his culture. I feel so like needing to just go beyond the lands.
Cool.
So, yeah, so that's bringing a lot, and many things in between that and just preparing for Gaia's gathering, and really excited we were able to get Grey Wolf and Jerry to come out and rep our crew and our mission. Kira and I had a great meeting, but man, I have just been stacked. I haven't stopped working. I've probably had 2 days off since we talked, really. And I haven't been able to really get our material together to have on like a booth, that has things about us. And I really wanted to talk to Alienne and see her spaciousness for getting our logo, where I could actually print it bigger than 1 inch and have it be visible and not pixelated. That's really important to me. And yeah, I need to work on that stuff and just trying to create space to make all of these things happen, while honoring my restful state as well, and knowing that I need to stop at a certain point and honor my body and my mind and energy. But yeah, really excited how things are coming together. And
I'm going to
I think
stop.
that's good for me.
That's perfect. Thank you. And I'm glad you hit the, I put something at the end. I didn't know if you would need it to update the event, so I'm glad to.
What do you mean? Oh, right. Got you.
Together. Okay, so several of us had said it. I'm going to highlight it too. It's really about taking care of self now. And I've said this for a long time, but I haven't done it. So I'm glad, and Elliot, I'm glad to hear you, because I know you're another one like me. You don't do it. And we really have to right now, because that's how we're going to serve the circle. And some of you I've talked to this in the last couple of days about. So let's keep doing that and realizing we're not taking away time, we're actually increasing, because we can do so much more when we are at full power, which I'm feeling right now too, for the first time in several years. So cool. Christopher's slipping me the bird. I don't know why. It's very rude. Oh, it's just a hand up. Okay. Go ahead, Chris.
You're muted.
Chris?
Hopefully unmuted now.
Yeah.
I just want to add to that and just say there's actually multiple people I know all feeling very stretched at the moment, and one of them has had a complete breakdown, and it's somebody I never would have expected. So I think it's universal. There's something with the astrology or planets or source that's leading a lot of us to feel pushed or stretched. So please take care of ourselves.
Yeah, it's important that we do. And some of us
Definitely collective.
are setting up things now. I'll be putting some materials out there to address it, because that's one way we can serve right now and do our mission. Okay, I'm going to shift this again. I'm going to keep things moving today so we feel the energy and the love and get done what we need to. I'm going to pay attention this time. Okay, so I was talking with, no idea who. Was it you, Kara? Probably. About a visioning meeting. And then I brought it up with somebody else too. I think it's time to do a visioning meeting for, not sure, absolutely understand why, but to go into what we've been doing and what we are now and how we've evolved and how we see this going out from here. So I put that on the table. My thought is to make it the next board meeting, but I mean, I'm open to whatever. What, anyone have input there? I don't see any hands. Any hands up to have input there? No.
When does Jerry get back to, when's your flight out from here?
I leave to go back to Texas on the 27th.
Okay, so the 26th, you'll still be in Sedona,
Mm-hmm.
and that would be 3 weeks from now.
Yeah.
It might be, yeah, I might be a little tired because we might all be a little tired.
That'd be a good time.
So maybe visioning meeting will be good to rest and not do logistical stuff.
Mhm. I like that. That makes sense.
And I agree with this iteration, this latest iteration generation of the board meeting with all of us here. It's pretty solidified. I like, I'm new to it relatively, but I think a visioning meeting with all of us sharing that and what we envision, I think it would be a very good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I will reach out to En Ching and see if there's any way he can be at a town or community connectivity. If not, I'll
Is
send.
he officially on the board, on the council right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like he hasn't been to but one meeting, so we'll have to reevaluate that, I think, unless
So,
if he can come to this visioning meeting, I think that'll be great.
okay, slow you there. It's probably a meeting you missed, or you didn't replay the thing. We announced he was going to be in Japan and China and in backcountry. So he's out there making connections now, but we knew he wouldn't be on much.
Okay, I thought it had been like 2 months though, so that's why I was.
Well, he was 6 or 7 weeks in Japan, and now he's in China, and it looks like he might be there at least 8 weeks.
Oh, okay, I hear you.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was going to be that long. I don't think he did either, but supposedly he's making a lot of great connections. I'll be curious to hear what he brings back. But he's
Okay,
real.
I'm okay with waiting till he comes back to feel into
It's
everything.
much like Elian when he goes out and there's just no way to connect up. So we'll see. But anyway, we got 6 out of 7. Hopefully he can make it. If not,
Mhm.
we have the majority, and he's fine abiding by whatever we decide.
Mhm.
So what about then? Are we okay with the 26th? Does anybody have differing thoughts?
No, I'm in support of that, and yeah,
Oh, yeah,
feel
I know.
good about the idea.
Okay.
So I'll second that motion.
Okay, yeah, we can pass it as something. Everybody in agreement? Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
We're
So it's
unanimous.
like a
Aye.
heartstorming.
Yeah, like a heart
Yeah.
storming. I'm not, we'll put it up for 90 minutes. If it goes longer, or if someone is to hang around, that's fine. Hopefully we can do what we need to. If anybody gets thoughts or ideas of what might be a part of that, feed them to me or to Kara, and we'll put something together a little before it. Maybe actually to Kara, she's better at putting things together than I am. Is that all right, Kara?
Yeah, love emails.
Okay. And then we'll get
I'll
something.
second that motion.
There's no motion. We'll get something out before we have it. So if we want to talk about it some more, we can. That's good. I like that approach. We're getting slick, man. Oh. Okay, so that takes care of that. Boom, 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 boom.
Eliane has her hand up.
Eliane, I'm sorry.
Yeah, just quickly to Shami. So I was still non-movement till yesterday, and I cleaned out my whole room, and I'm good. So for the logo, can we get in touch through the mail thing? So I'll do it because yeah, I can do it. I can do it today.
Oh, okay. So all you need is the PDF. All we have is a PDF.
Okay, I'll try and I'll figure it out.
You just want me to send it to you through email, though?
That would be really good because I won't have to go hunting for it. And then you need
Yeah.
it at a higher resolution, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if you mail it to me, I'll send it to you. Like I'll work on it today.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
I think I sent everything I had, but I will go double check as well. On logo. Good. I'm thinking. All right, let's do the visioning thing. There's a hell of a lot of things that are coming at me, and I'm fielding them and moving ahead. At some point, and I know you all guys are hitting things too. Maybe we'll just have a meeting where we share that sort of stuff too, if we wish. Some of it may just pop up in the visioning. I don't know. But it's there. It's happening. Okay. Oh yeah, good. I get to take a rest. Okay, Kara, it's you.
I was trying to log in on my computer, so
Take your time.
if you could let me in over there.
What's that mean? Oh, I see. Got it. Is Chris still? Yeah, there's Chris. Okay.
I'm still here. I'm just lying down.
Yeah, I figured that. Excuse me.
I'm seeing double.
I know. Scary. I get concerned when somebody doesn't have a spelled their own name. It's okay.
We have Kira and we have Kira.
I know. Carol. That's the unedited version.
It's either that or else it's her shadow side. I'm not sure.
My computer is so slow, so this might not be worth it, but I was gonna try to share my screen. Da-dum-da-da. Yeah.
That's all saying. Oh,
Kumbaya, my lord.
no. It's a joke, Chris. It was a joke. Hey, Eliane, when are you in Brazil? What dates do you know?
November 8th to 12th. It's not very long. But
My birthday is the 11th. You're right there.
still doing the visa work.
I'll send you.
Haven't gotten it yet. I'm excited. I'll get to meet Amazon. Where I'll be going is the tip of the river, the beginning of the river. So I'm quite excited about that.
Wow, that's amazing.
Say hi to her for all of us.
That's right.
Yeah.
And bring our love.
And
Yes.
indeed, very much. That actually feels quite strong.
Wow.
Up
Wow.
one Kira.
What gathering invited you?
This is rights of nature,
Mm-hmm.
and they have an indigenous gathering before COP 30, and so I'll be going for the gathering.
Rights of nature.
Yeah.
Do you know Is it a bunch of
Global
tribes?
Alliance, Global Alliance of Rights of Nature. So they're just bringing a lot of tribes together from all over the world, and I don't know how, but I will be there. And I was like, I think at a place where I think, am I even ready to go to gatherings like this? And I think
Yeah.
I'm just going with like my hands open because there are going to be so many elders there, and so I'm just gonna, yeah. So I'm not doubting myself, but I think I'm going to receive.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whoops.
You receive the best when
Many
you give,
heart.
and you have a lot of wonderful things to give, Elian.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to answer the question for her, but we don't have to.
Yeah. Definitely heart blessings with this, Aliane. Like really deep blessings with
Thank
this.
you.
It's interesting because I was invited down by Wild to be part of their gathering down there. I'm not sure quite yet when it is, but it's also before, what do we call them? The useless climate meetings. Yeah.
Okay, I tried this whole
Are
screen
you
sharing
back?
system.
Yeah, go ahead.
My computer is just too sad. So that's okay. I'll just present you all with my idea and I'll send it to you in an email, and yeah, should be pretty speedy either way. I was just hoping to show you all the document first.
When's your birthday?
What's that?
When's your birthday? You get a computer?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it sooner rather than later.
Oh, good.
I'm trying to get it before my birthday.
Good.
Yeah, the computer's it's a rough situation right now. But that was really cool to hear, Eliane, what you're getting up to. I'm so, yeah, happy for you. It sounds like an amazing opportunity. Yeah. Anyway, I'll shift us so that you can be efficient. I have been sort of still playing with this document around thinking about the pillars of action for SODM and trying to hash out and create sort of like guiding documents for each single pillar. And what I was realizing is like, a couple of things. One is like, it's a lot of, me just trying to read things that have happened before and talking to Grey Wolf and just coming up with ideas on my own. And it doesn't feel super inclusive if I'm just doing it on my own and then just sharing it with folks. So I'm wondering if this could be a good opportunity for input from the board around how we can take action in each one of our pillars. I know that some of us have areas of interest that are very deeply connected to our pillars. That's why we're all here, right? And so I have essentially, there's 4 main pillars, and the 5th pillar is kind of like a communication pillar. If you haven't had a chance to look at that document, I will resend it, and feel free to peruse it. It's mostly still in that kind of idea phase. But what I'm hoping to offer tonight and see if people are interested in is if anybody has space to take sort of growth responsibility for a pillar. So what I mean by that is you don't have to be putting on events, you don't have to be doing anything in the physical realm, but I just mean visioning, right? This is part of that visioning. So taking the pillar into your heart and seeing what SODM actually is doing, maybe learning about what it's done in the past, and then creating a vision for a pathway for a big, beautiful, best case scenario future, and hashing out as many details as some people's brains are really detail oriented and some people aren't, and that's great. That's why working on it together, I think, will be really useful. Yeah, that's kind of my ask, is if anybody has space to take on one or multiple pillars, or if one or multiple pillar excites you, or if you want to work with somebody and just kind of create a little document outline as a segue too, I already have 5 documents on Google Docs. Does everybody have access to Google Docs, or is there a different platform? Yes. Christopher, you've got access to Google Docs?
No, I have no clue how to work that.
Okay, that is okay. And we can find workarounds for sure. I'm pretty sure
Yep.
Jared does. I know Grey Wolf loves Google Docs, so I know he's stoked about that.
Yeah, everyone should have access to it. I didn't know actually, unless you added Jerry, then I didn't know if Jerry had access. So,
I think,
Um,
yeah, but it's okay
I
because
have
these
ac
are new.
I have
Yeah,
access to it.
okay,
Knowing how to use it, that's another matter, but I can reach out to one of you guys for help on that.
absolutely. And another great thing too about the Google Doc is I have these 5 documents, and depending on, I'll ask this question in a minute, but depending on which one you choose, or if you choose one, I don't want to pressure anybody to take on too much, right? I really want all of us to respect what our bodies and emotion, minds, and spirits are saying we can take on. So I'm just, as a preface, I really want us to think about before we just jump in with all of our excitement, because these are things that are going to take time to develop anyway. So they don't necessarily need our immediate attention if we don't have the heart energy to put into it. So my preface.
what's it under in there?
There are 5 new documents that I've created so that they're
But
separate.
it's in the Sodom drive, right?
No, because my computer is so fucky, I didn't want to deal with logging in and sorting things out. So I'm going to share it with everybody after this meeting. I'll share the documents with
Okay.
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think in September I'll be more available for that.
Yeah. So I would love to just
Mhm.
ask right now, sort of like walk through the 5 pillars
Yeah. Good.
and just talk about some of the questions that I've already been asking, in my typing, not to you all, but just asking myself around them. Does that feel approachable for everybody right now? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Could you throw that at me again? What I didn't
Yeah.
quite catch what you're meaning.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna talk you through what I've already written down about each pillar. Does that make more sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect. Got it.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
sir. You're welcome. Okay, so our pillars of action, I'll just kind of to review them, and we can change wording for them too if it becomes necessary. But we have the connecting a global network of sanctuaries. That's 1. 2 is sharing ceremonies from indigenous and earth-based cultures. 3 is educational programs. 4 is international community development. And 5 is maintaining open lines of communication. So I'll go here. So for connecting a global network of sanctuaries, some of the questions I've been trying to ask myself about, trying to sit with, is how does Sodom see itself supporting a network of sanctuaries? How does Sodom want to be like intertwined? Are we trying to move to a place where financial help, or where we're helping with people resources through the expanse all of our networks? So these are some of the questions I've been kind of wondering about. And that's essentially, that's that. I have just all these questions with each pillar right now. Not a lot of answers, just a lot of great questions.
Gotta start somewhere.
Exactly.
Questions are a great way to start.
And then another sort of line of questioning around each pillar, but this one in particular is like, how do we choose which sanctuaries, which on the ground groups, which individuals who might be holding sanctuaries online? How are we choosing which organizations and people and places that we want to work with? And what does that process look like? So that's sort of that one. Does anybody have any questions or immediate quick thoughts about connecting a global network of sanctuaries, or is anybody really excited about that one?
Since I've been working in that a lot, I'll continue to work on that. And if anybody else wants to, of course, you're welcome.
Yeah. Sweet. I'll send you the questions and things that I have, and feel free to fill it out, or feel free to share another document if you have another document that you're typing up as well.
Okay. If it's
Cool.
Google Docs, send it to Chris and then he can explain it to me.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, and I
I'd
feel
be
like the
interested.
way
Yeah, Shami, what was that?
Oh, yeah.
I was,
Oh, too many people.
go ahead.
I can wait, Shami.
Yeah.
Your hands.
Yeah, I was just saying I feel like we had like a way what would just you said what sprung in my mind when we said that was, how do we choose which organizations and sanctuaries and people to work with? And that's where we have our, our
Yeah.
we had our pillars of action, but we also had our like foundational, not morals, but our foundational
Principle.
like things that guide us. And that almost, I feel like, was we had talked about that was what we go back to for our decision making. And so making sure that these organizations are all under that umbrella, I think, is a way in which we connect to those spaces, making sure that people are in alignment and those organizations are in alignment.
Yeah.
I agree
Yeah.
with that.
The values are a really important aspect. So I'm really
Mhm.
glad we got to talk about those last time. So yeah.
Yeah.
What you got?
When it shifted to Eliane, everybody remember talking stick? Put hands up, keeps it sweeter. Eliane's next, and then Cristofordo.
So I just wanted to say, because at this point we will discuss each one, though if the document there is access, no, there might be questions or answers which we might not discuss now, but I might read everything and add more questions or, things like that. I'm happy to add them in all.
Yeah, I would love that. Thank you.
Yeah, I totally agree. Same for me.
Yeah,
Chris, do you
great.
have a question, or was that just you coming in again? I would say that's.
You're muted. Oh,
He's done.
he was speaking. He was just muted.
I think he was.
Yeah. I was just reflecting on when you asked that. I look at what we've done so far, and a lot of what we've done is going out and meeting the people and talking to them and getting a sense of what they're doing. And that's how we've done it so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And yeah, there's a few more bits I could add with that, but I think you and I could have a wee chat around that, Jim.
Okay. And this
I
can,
like on the ground too.
I'm sure, be part of, I think what Shami was getting to. They can be part of that visioning meeting we have too. We can flesh this stuff out a little better.
Mm-hmm.
Good, good.
Cool. Okay, thank you all for your thoughts on that one. And I will scooch on over to sharing ceremonies. A lot of the questions are kind of similar because if I haven't been here that long, so a lot of it is what has Sodom done in the past that's worked, and really I'm hoping that we can write up something to help us vision for what the biggest, brightest, beautiful future of this nonprofit could possibly be, right? So as far as sharing ceremonies for Indigenous and Earth-based cultures, some things I've been wondering about are like, again, what support can we provide? What's the difference between hosting ceremonies like at Grey Wolf Sanctuary or a space that one of us has connections to versus partnering? And then also keeping in mind how we want to handle funds when it comes to ceremonies, asking people for donations or, we might want that kind of a reciprocal exchange to look. So that's pretty simple questions there, but does anybody have anything that they want to add immediately? Are we okay to just kind of, yeah, Eliane.
With this, I also feel that it's not only the um, doing of ceremony, it's also the documentation or recording or whatever it is of ceremony, because we're all keepers of different kinds and we know many others. So it's not just about events, it's also about having maybe just Zoom, sharings and some writings and, documenting. I go to a village and I meet shamans of a certain tribe, and so it's larger than just events.
Yeah, I love that perspective. Thank you so much for sharing that.
That's really correct. And I want to remind everybody, Alian took on that mission, I think way back when we were, right, as like the, what's the word?
Transgenerational wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yeah, that's
Fancy name.
like that.
But I'm also
Transgeneration.
still up to it.
Yeah,
This is something that pulls me.
yeah.
Sense.
And I
So,
just want to second that. I mean, because that's the most powerful things that I've been present for are when indigenous people come together and share. This is the ceremony that I do. Someone will say that's very similar to the ceremony that we do for this purpose, and to share their ceremonies that center around a common thing, and to see how we all work together just a little bit differently from different perspectives. It adds to the power and it cements the bond between our cultures.
yep, I agree. Same thing with me.
Yeah.
Some of my native friends have gone to Central America with me before, so we
I
can
thought we had a talking stick. No.
I have it.
Uh-huh.
Share, so if it's unassigned, it means I have it. So,
That sounds like hierarchy to me.
it
Um,
is. You have a chair. So anyway, go ahead, Shami.
um, yeah, this part lights me up a lot, especially when we speak about not only in-person events, kind of like what Alien's going to, right? Like that's how I had seen the big picture for sharing ceremony was bringing indigenous and earth-based cultures together to share space and see where, the common denomination is, right? Like, or the common denominator denomination. Um, yeah, the commonality between everyone and um really strengthening and supporting that unity, because it is about the rainbow tribe. It is about all colors and hues and saturations coming together for that greater purpose of the seven generations. And it feels really important, like Aliane said, I very much resonate with. It's about not just the physical gathering, but the documenting and what we can within ceremony and of these elders and of traditions of
Okay,
what that we can respectfully.
cutting back in
Yeah.
again. You're absolutely right, and put that stuff in your bag for the visioning meeting, because that's
I have a question to add to,
absolutely
though. My question is how, when we speak about the documentation part and the sharing, is kind of similar and woven into educational programming. It just takes on a different tone, right? How do those two kind of weave together, and how do they not?
Yeah, so that's the next pillar. So that's super great. And unless, Shemaine, does that feel complete for you? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
And Christopher, did you have something else that you wanted to add before we segue into education?
Just one question with ceremonies and that, are we looking at any options for developing any new practices? Taking that we're looking at having a completely new way.
I
Just
think that
throwing that out there as an idea, and I'm looking at you, Jerry and Jim, for guidance on that.
I think it's the same answer. I think those are the kinds of things we should dig into when we hit this visioning meeting
Gotcha.
and stay
Yep.
focused on so this way we'll have the idea of it from Kara, and then we can move it into visioning. I think that's
Yeah.
where, go ahead.
Yeah,
That's-
I think that is a really, I think that's a really great addition for the ceremonies and the education piece. And I do agree that they're really closely tied, which is great, right? We want overlap between our pillars so that they can support each other. And yeah, I love the idea of including, you know, whoever or however over time as we're developing these, to include in that beautiful visioning going forward, creating new ceremonies based on what what people need now, what we need now, what's coming through now, and rooted in traditional practices and traditional earth connections, you know, things that we have already known have worked for generations. So I think that sounds really great, and I'm excited about that idea. And I'm gonna scooch us over to education. So, yeah, as we were already saying, that education is really tied in already with the sharing of ceremonies because ceremony is a type of education. And so under educational programs, I know SODM has like a pretty long and varied history with providing and doing different educational programs and a lot of things that I'm not super familiar with. But this is sort of an outline of questions and thoughts that I was coming together with, was creating this guiding document based on sort of like day programs, partnering with programs. What could, me and Gray have been talking a little bit about residency programs, retreats, festivals, and then just sharing sites and events as ways to partner with other organizations to do educational programs. So I think something we can start thinking about again is, what has SODM done in the past? Also, what do each one of us as board members have to contribute as far as education? And that we might want to develop into programs. I know that Christopher has that connection with those Canadian folks. So there's like online forums, there's in-person forums. I think there's a lot of juicy, if you're, you know, if you're really interested in figuring out how we can get word out to the people, I think this is a really worthwhile pillar to focus on. So I'm going to go in the order of hands that I saw. So I saw Christopher's hand first. So what's on your mind, Christopher?
You're muted. You're muted,
Still
Christopher.
muted. Yeah.
Gotta love it. Short
There
and
we
sharp,
go.
I'm interested in being involved this area, and I've been putting quite a bit of attention and reflection on this lately, from multiple
Okay,
angles. And Jim and I have had one or two discussions venturing into this area as well.
cool. Yay. Awesome. Thank you. And then I think I saw Jerry next.
I've got several things that can be incorporated into the education. For example, one of the things I'm giving a workshop on at the guys gathering is a teaching tool called the wheel of truth. And I usually, when I open that up and I do such a thing and I talk about that teaching, I if there are other indigenous people in the air, or just I open it up to everyone and say, okay, have you heard or do you know of something similar, a teaching tool that's similar, that either your people or you know other people that have something similar? And I open it up that way. I also do something called, it's called the full moon ceremony. I pick one topic and then I begin to share what I can of that topic from the indigenous perspectives that I come from. But then I open it up to everyone and
Yeah,
ask
I
them to
imagine,
share.
Jerry, that you have a long list of really amazing ways to tap into this piece of education. And I
Mhm.
would honestly, for everybody on the board, I would love to be able to sort of you know, not, I don't want to say like one-on-one, but I would love to have a more in-depth discussion about uh, individual sort of programs and workshops and things that we might want to offer. I would caution doing it right now just because we're time and
Well, yeah,
things.
I was just giving some examples.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate that. Did you want to add
Mhm.
anything else?
No, that's it.
Cool. Well, thank you for that. And then Eliane.
So this again coming back to the question which we've always asked, because each of us as Sotum we do things together, but we also individually do stuff. So how do we tie in that, which is something I've always been asking, and how, for example, I can bring Sotim in when I'm doing the different things that I'm, like different programs that I'm like doing. So I think that's something I've always kind of not figured exactly how to do it. So I think that aspect, because we all bring in a lot
Yeah.
individually and together. So how do we tie that up in a more cohesive way? I think that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, I love that. That's something that I have been wondering about a lot because we're all over the place. So that's a great question. I think that has a lot of opportunity for us to be creative. So thank you so much, Eliane, for sharing that. Shemaine.
Um, go ahead, Grey Wolf. You can go first.
Okay. Yeah, I think, Eliane, that is a really key one. One thing I've been evolving, and again, I'll do it in more detail later, but it's some online courses. And I've already talked to some of you. There's lots of room in there to do online courses. And then out of that, we can always funnel, if we have people who came from India, for example, funnel them to you to do some physical courses, or to Jerry and I over here in the Southwest, or wherever it is. So I think that's one way we can do it. Start with the virtual. And I've been working with somebody who's really adept at this. And out of the virtual, we can move to the physical. So we're in both realms. And then we can also be working together and attending each other's, which I think is really important to continue to build. So thanks for saying that. You triggered it in my mind. Talking
Nice.
stick.
Cool.
Yeah, and my comment was definitely tied into all of that. And it feels like the way for Sodom to be woven into our individual endeavors is kind of like what I'm doing with Gaia's Gathering, is one, just having the information there to funnel people to our site, to funnel people and curate the strengthen our vision. And I think what the missing piece has been a lot of is that we haven't had a solid goal. When we had Waves of Wisdom, it was like everything that we did was kind of funneling towards supporting Waves of Wisdom to happen, even though it was only like, a few months until the event. It felt like when we have a macro goal, like if it's bringing the Kogi tribe and supporting them, then that's how our individual practice is supported by our word of trying to bring in donations, and this is our goal. This is what our current mission is. It's not and it's focused, if that makes all sense. Yeah.
Definitely. I think that does make sense. And I feel like the Gaia's Gathering and the Waves of Wisdom and the Kogi are all really good examples of kind of ways that we're towing that back and forth balance, personal and collective. So cool. Thanks for that, everybody. This is super exciting. So I'm getting all jazzed about it. We feel okay to move on. We've just got two more pillars.
Hold on. We got Eliane.
One quick.
Of course.
So for example, we host Art in Nature, which is like a art event, which we've skipped this year to do next year. So like bringing Sotim in, even if it's recorded videos or like a live, thing. So that way Sotim is part of this. And I really have been wanting to do it for a really long time. So even things like that, where, if I record something for an event happening there, or if we have a live session or whatever it is. So it would be amazing, because I also want to bring all of you here, virtually, physically, heart, spirit, which you have been, because we bring it, in ceremony before it begins anyway. So there are ways in which we've been doing it, but I think we can be more conscious of how we do it.
Yeah, I like that. Being more conscious and more focused. Yeah, Shami, did you want to add something?
Yeah, just a quick add to that, and knowing that when we plan something that far in advance, we can plan to travel out a lot easier, you know? So if you give those dates, then it's like, okay, let me work towards that goal of saving and getting visas and being able to actually join you on the ground is my personal goal. And same thing with if Christopher has things going on, Kira has things, Jerry has things, if we give enough time to actually plan it, we can be with each other on the ground.
Yeah, absolutely. Time is definitely one of those. If we give ourselves enough time, we can do anything, right?
Almost.
Cool.
Correct.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to scooch us over to international community development. So I think, there's a lot of ways to conceptualize community development. And I think that I love to hear, on this document or little snippets about how each of us kind of conceptualize what community development looks like. But some of the thoughts that I've had are like connecting networks online, through newsletters, through events, through council meetings, through drum circles, and some questions that I've had around like how to maintain connections, how to make connections feel more personal and community based, so that again we're not in that silo, but we're connecting SODM with our personal communities, our personal events, and our personal projects. I really love that. And then yeah, what sort of as a group, what does community development mean to SODM through our mission, and how can we translate that to how we're building relationships with our communities and with our people and with our network? So I think this one's really interesting, and again, it feels like it ties in. We'll be doing this kind of intentional relationship and community development through the education, through the ceremonies, and through online, on the ground, and personal sanctuary development. So have any thoughts there? Let's see Grey Wolf, what you got?
Yeah, all these things are interconnected, what you're just saying, and you're right. So we got to remember that. Some of these are better suited or can include what our partners are doing. And international partners, good example of that. Some of us are international, LEN, for example. We've got Enching out there right now making connections in Japan and China. We have Charlie Orr, who's part of the local community building thing that I'm on. He's over in Africa making connections there. I connected up again with some African folks I worked with before. So I think we can depend on partners to help a lot with that and bring in people who can help and want to help develop that piece. Community building, yeah, I think totally it has to be global as we move ahead. But we personally, at least right here on the ground, we have to focus here because we don't have the ability to hit it all at once.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks for that, definitely. And I think I saw, I don't know who raised their hand first, sorry. But okay, Eliane, thank you.
So I just wanted, because this whole other world has opened up to me where I'm being called to talk and have workshops. So there are a lot of organizations, for the lack of a better word, that I've like been open to now. And there are things like Inner Climate Academy, Global Tapestry of Alternatives, and there are many like this that suddenly has opened up. So they're a mix of kind of like academic, but also very deeply spiritual work. So I'd like to share a couple of links of them so that we see, because they're running really well and they're getting funding and they're doing beautiful programmings, and they're also kind of collaborating with others, and each one is in touch with each other. This is like a whole new world to me. But they've been doing some beautiful work. For example, I was just recently asked to talk like a session, but they had like a month-long thing with young students. And there was like also grief, and there was story, reconnecting to ancestors, and so various things. And I fit into one of the programs. So they're doing beautiful work in all kinds of ways. So I'd like to share these links of these beautiful organizations so that we get a sense. Yeah, we get a sense. They're doing well and they're very organized. So I think it's good to see.
Yes. Oh, I really love that. I think that, I mean, that ties in so much to a lot of, I feel like Sodom's core values and mission to connect with people. And yeah, having some examples around things and people who are really flourishing. That's awesome. I will, when I send out the email, I'll like ask to remind you if you, that feels good. Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you for that offering. I'm so excited. Shemaine, what you got? You're muted.
Bah.
We all
It's definitely, I can agree 100% that it's really nice to have examples of organizations that are actually doing these things and running really well and that are in the same mission. And when I feel into this community development internationally, it really brings me back to the power of our community share circles. I don't see people doing share circles that often as well. So I feel like that's really a power strength offering that we have done. And we've had some really powerful conversations. And when we do it consistently, then it really grows. Um, and I still look back on them and I'm like, wow, we really have touched so many subjects and really have gotten to know each other a lot better and the community a lot better too. And what I've noticed is, if we're having these connections with people in these from these different areas or even someone locally, it's good to just organize a Zoom call with them and say, hey, let's just chat. Let's just chat and have it open to the public to watch. There's so many people that just do live Instagram videos and they get so much traction. And there's such juicy conversations that come out of it. So the more I think that we just, even if it's planned or impromptu, it doesn't have to be perfect. We just have these live conversations with these people we're connecting with. Yeah,
Yeah,
I am
absolutely.
complete.
Thanks. I do want to just point out that we are at 7:20. The last is basically just the communication pillar, so I don't feel like we need to do a super in-depth talk about that right now. But I'm not sure if Gaia's Gathering needs an update, so I'm wondering if maybe we can say I'll send out the documents and then people can, I'm going to let everybody can edit it so we can all edit it and fill in our remarks and um, talk about who, if anybody, wants to sort of take more responsibility over one pillar or another at our next, well, maybe the board meeting after next.
Yeah, that's good. I'm going to take it back over because it is 20 after and we're going to leave soon.
Yep.
I'm going to comment on a few things that we've touched on because they're good ones. The thing that Alien's talking about, I totally believe in. However, I've done a lot with some of these groups. Unity is one of them. The youth groups, the triple F groups, done a lot of events. I've led a lot of them. I've done parts of them. Part of what occurs, and we have to watch for, is they end up preaching to the choir, and they're not hitting the broader population. So as we look for them, look for those that are getting out there to bring in new people. I'm trying to do that now. And I've talked to the people at Unity. I'm good friends with them. But if we keep going to the same people, we're wasting our energies. And I mean that with all respect. They're doing great work, some of them, but they've lost that edge, I think. Anyway, that's just one thing. I'm very tired of the idea of scarcity, and so I walk away from it. We're going to have abundance. Abundance is coming. One thing that a couple of leaders have said to me, and they're right, and maybe one or two of you here, to get to that point of abundance, we all have to be in that understanding and knowing that we can get there and that it's there for us. That is not just individually, that's also collectively. And actually, that's where the idea for the brainstorming meeting, heartstorming, came from. Let's make sure we bring that into that meeting, because if any one of us loses that trust and belief that we can do it, the circle won't get there, because that'll be the weak link, and it could be any of us. So let's make sure we touch on that. I think it's really important. I've been weak at times, and I admit it. It's like, shit, I've done this before. I'm tired. I can't do it anymore. Well, that's bullshit. If we're sitting here, that means we can do it. Otherwise, the universe would have kicked this out. I think that's important. I'm really, really, really thinking about meeting in the physical. If it could be done in the next year, I would love to see where we can all come together. And that means bringing in the resources for that too. And there's no reason we can't. So we all come to one place, here or Taos or, well, not Texas. Sorry, Jerry.
I agree.
Okay. Somewhere where we sit and spend time and physically work on some of this, because it's different. Eliane, you said it, I think, virtual's fine, but physical is something else. So I'm
Plan
going
a
to
Sodom retreat.
exactly
Yeah.
right. And then and we'll continue to look for funding. And as we get the documents done, we'll start writing grants. That's the old way. The new way is, damn it, we're going to do it ourselves. We can't wait for people to give us things. We've got to be out there and know we can do it and create it and manifest it ourselves. This group can do it. That's what we do. That's why we're in this position. So I think that's really important too. And then one other, which is just another reminder, and probably not needed, but maybe. We're doing everything in circle. I want everyone to feel into that and understand what doing things in circle means. If you don't know what tribal circle means, we'll do a little thing on it, Jerry and I, one day. It means we decide things as a group. We don't do everything as a group. If something comes up, whoever's on the point of that takes charge and do it, and then backs off. And it can move around. I mean, if we're going to do art, I have a feeling it might be Eliane, not one of us, that would lead it. So that's really important to know too, and to understand. It's not that anyone's on top of anything else, but in the moment, it'll be that way. As I work with Kira, we can get a lot done because we're boom, 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 boom. Today, Jerry and I talked. I don't think for more than 20 minutes, yeah? But
Yeah.
man, we hit a lot of points, and we'll be bringing them to everybody for sure. So let's just remember that this circle is a critical part, and it's part of what we're going to export out there, because most people are not working that way. It's hard. It's not easy. I think that's all I had for new business. Hey, Chris, did you have something to toss in? Turn on your mic. I get a big thing that says unmute.
Yeah, I don't have anything under new business. I'm just aware there's so much more I feel I could have said on so many things.
That's
And I think that heartstorming meeting is going to be a big part of that. And we may need more than one.
Oh, that's an excellent point. Yes, rather than stretching the one too long. Excellent point. I agree. Let's do this next one and then make that decision. That's a great, for those that were here back then, we did a lot of this in the beginning. And then we moved into the concrete phase so we could get all the documents and all. This is different because this now is a bunch of people who do envision things, I think.
Yeah. There's a whole lot behind this we need to go into, and meshing these fields together.
Yep.
And ourselves.
Yep. So does everyone agree? We'll do one meeting and then decide if we need additional.
I agree. Yeah.
Good.
I agree.
And so I will finish and then turn it back over to Kara. Thanking Kara for all the work she's doing and for taking over half the meeting. And I could have shut up and just let her handle half the meeting. But it's a learning process too. as someone takes over a meeting, you should just pass the baton over to them. It's easier, more effective. Shami, your hand's up. Did you want to toss something here? Is your mic?
Yeah, just a quick reflection on that collective abundance.
Mhm.
There are, and you know, grants, big donations, amazing, clutch. Small donations do add up. They really do. And I just have different things that I can speak to and maybe put in motion come September when I can focus a little more, that we can have, like, like Amazon even has, like, donate to a nonprofit. We can be in that list of nonprofits, you know? So small donations really add up in the meantime while we're writing grants for the large ones.
I never,
Automated things. We set up things one time and then we let it go and see what happens.
I never worry about size. I put the grant proposal out there. But even that's the old way. I don't see grants as being the big thing of what we're going to do going forward.
Hmm.
That will leave it for the visioning meeting. Thank you all. For those who have to leave, we did it. We're 1 minute early. Who wants to do a closing prayer? Would anybody? Yeah.
One other thing before we go to the closing prayer, Shami, I'm gonna get with you outside of here to talk about some things for Gaia that I
Yeah,
have questions about.
absolutely.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Oh, Aliane, it's been so long.
I
Do you
know.
want it?
I'm I'm thinking if for the closing
She's
prayer,
like, no, I'm receiving now. I'm resting.
if we have anyone
Like,
from
I was like,
India,
do you want it?
would you do the closing prayer, Eliane?
My network is not very good. Can you hear?
Oh yeah.
We can hear. Well, we could hear. No, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it was.
Yep. Can you hear? We can hear.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Dear divine, their ancestors, Mother Earth, Father Sky, and all of love and light, we thank you for bringing all of us here together again to rejoice with you and to help us on this journey ahead. We pray for each one of us and for our paths and for things that are stuck. And we ask of you to always anchor us and to guide us and show us the way of love. And may we know you and trust you with all that we are, knowing that everything is in your hands and that we all just need to follow. We ask for your protection, for your grounding, for your guidance, and ask of you to bless this circle and all the work that we will do from our hearts. And may we be grateful for all the blessings, for all the love that you give to us. We ask of you to show us the way and help us be present with love. We thank you once again with all of our hearts.
Oh,
Wow. I hope that was
thank
beautiful.
you.
Thank you, sister. Thanks, everybody. We did it. We stuck to 90 minutes and we covered a lot. So
Yeah, thank you so much.
congratulations to all of us. Okay,
Mm.
let's go out and create. We'll catch.
I've missed you guys.
Yeah.
You too.
And I
And
want to
send
say,
us what dates your event is next year.
yeah. And thanks for all the work you're doing too, Kara. Heaps appreciated.
Yeah.
Very
Keep a lookout
much.
for that email. I'm gonna try to send it out by end of day tomorrow. So
Cool.
yeah.
If I don't respond,
Appreciated.
I'm just
Oh yeah.
in the middle of a lot, so till this month is just very full, so I'll try.
Hey, everybody. Love you all.
Love you.
Bye, I
Bye.
love you too.
Love
So-
you all. See us.
Love.